5 years ago, we bought this land in Portugal to try to find another way of living. Since then, we have been taking care of the land and rethinking waste. In this video, we will show you an update of our compost systems and of our poo palace. And then there's the fridgebox, our recycle house project. In the last episode, we finished the walls and also the windows, and for this one we made some changes and moved it to its final location. Welcome to a new project Kamp update. Okay, let's recap for a second. This platform we found in a scrapyard when we started building the fridgebox. The idea is to make a platform to enter in the house. And since we are not using them, we took the original stairs out so we can reuse them for something else in the future. So we have brought the old frame to the entrance of the trailer, just temporary, to check a bit, take some measurements, what are the next changes we need to do on this to adapt it to this trailer. And for that, one of the main questions is how are we gonna attach this to the trailer, what is the height. So there are certain problems, challenges we need to solve. So let me explain you. Luckily we have a lot of holes around the frame of this and the chassis. So maybe we found these ones in the red part that can be used to attach our frame to it. So here we have 5 centimeters in between the hole of the trailer and the middle of the yellow bar where we would make a hole to attach. And luckily this frame is adjustable in height, so maybe we don't even need to touch it. Let's see. It's moving. Going down. Moving. So we have adjusted the height along with the holes. Now we will mark the holes in the metal and drill it, bolt it together, and start this back. Here are the marks we just made. We're gonna reuse these holes and make holes here to make life more easy, reuse whatever we have and try to not weld a new piece to attach things there and complexify all the process when we just can reuse this, reuse the holes, make some holes, bolts and nuts, boom boom. So we have moved a bit the platform to that side. So this means that now the platform is aligned in this side with the trailer, but we have to cut in this side, this leftover of metal, in order to have it flush. So now we are gonna paint it. It's very rainy now, but luckily we built our roof of the workspace last season, so we can work even when it's raining. So now our frame is painted, still just some metal frames. So next step will be to cover all this surface. And for that we are gonna use leftover wood that we have from other projects laying around. Would be a bit challenging to screw all this wood into the metal straight. So what we're gonna do is to try to put some buttons on top of the metal, so then all these little pieces of wood can be screwed straight to the wood. So we don't need to screw that many screws into the metal. just the buttons that are gonna serve as base for our leftover wood here. So now it's time to drill in the metal. Always use glasses when drilling in metal, otherwise the little sparks or the piece of metal can come into your eye. After that we will mark a bit where we want to make the hole, so then the drill doesn't move around. And now we just need to make the hole. Easy. Now we are gonna put the wood that we cut before on the holes we just made, and then we screw it from the bottom through these holes. Now we have our wood buttons. We can attach all the wood planks that will cover the platform. And again, we will reuse some of the pieces from previous projects. We are reusing leftovers of wood, so it's taken a while to get into the correct size and fitting location. So last thing we have done was to adjust a bit the width of the boards and polish the little details, like the height of the boards are slightly different, so I made some little piece of wood to put underneath to avoid big gaps in between the boards. So next step would be to fix everything up. I have made a little tool, so all the screws are aligned and the distance in between the boards are kind of the same. So even though all the boards are different, we can keep certain details a bit more tidy. Now I'm placing some strings from one screw in the edge to the other screw in the edge to be sure that all the screws in the middle are aligned with it. So I'm just making a little test to see if we have enough screws. I think they are enough. I think it's solid enough. So now it's gonna be the finishing, I think. It's done, it's solid, all the boards are attached, and now I'm gonna make this edge flush with the circular saw, so we have a nice finishing in the edges. Ready. What are you doing, Julie?
Taking off all the old silicone that is there, pieces over, so we can clean it and then we put the new one.
I'm using the banker to avoid to need to use the finger with the soap. Anyway, I'm getting a bit dirty, but the result is kind of satisfying.
With the fridge box now watertight, foundation of the home is complete. But living also means eating, and that means waste. Let's have a look at our compost system. We are here at the compost bin. We have situation, the first compost bin is full. We're going to look at the situation. We have this little table here. This guy. So we're going to put this aside and reuse it later. And then we have our wood chips to cover the top of our compost. And now we are going to leave the compost to do the decomposing process. This bin is the compost in progress. This has already had quite some time to rest, and now we can see that it's become usable and more than ready. So we'll leave this for now. Here we are at the third bin. This is the compost that we have been using. Now we are going to empty it fully, add it to the other compost that is also ready, and then use this as the new bracket for the kitchen waste. So we found a little something in the compost. We can see how fertile this became. Cute plenty. We don't know what it is. We are going to install the "Don't forget the wood chip" sign. Now with all the 3 bins done, we only have one last thing to do, and that's changing the sign, so everyone knows about the new system. And we can start using it. There you go.
Mate, don't forget to add the wood chips.
Thanks, Julie. Another thing we shouldn't forget is to maintain our poop palace. Let's have a look how it is doing. So the situation here at the poop palace is that we built these 24 brackets and now we fill them all with our waste. But we're gonna have more of that coming, so we need to free up this space, and this is why we are here. Also, if you don't recognize the place, it's because there has been a lot of clearing behind and around. So there are no trees now. We are fully exposed to the sky. Before, this whole area was shaded. Now it's fully exposed to the sun. We don't know exactly how it will affect our compost, but hopefully it won't make it more smelly or too dry or too wet. We don't know, but hopefully it's gonna be okay. So we have these 6 brackets on this side. These are the ones that we have started filling up first. Now these are around 2 years old, which means the compost that's inside are now usable. We can also take a look. The material is very broken down, very small pieces, and it's a bit still wet. I think that's a good sign. So out of the 6 brackets that we are going to empty, this is the latest one that we filled. So basically this is the youngest compost. We're gonna check this if this is okay, and if yes, then we assume everything else is also fine. It's full of plants, which is already a good sign. Kind of the same as before. Now that we have all this compost, we don't really know what to do with this. That's because we created all these structures to deal with our human waste, not to create this compost. So for now we're just gonna wait for a project to arrive that we can use it in. If you have any suggestions how to use this poop compost, go to the research module and share it with us. The plan now is to store all the contents of the other 5 brackets in this one. To make our job easier, we created these structures in a way that we can just unscrew this, take the front off, and then we can access everything to put it out and to put it back. Now we are going to shovel everything in the wheelbarrow and bring it there. But for this task, I'm going to need some help.
Yippee.
Not sure if it's gonna fit. Now we finished with this big crumbly pile here, and now we have a lot of empty space for the rest of the poop to follow. Yeah, the experience was not that bad actually. No bad smells, nothing disgusting. And it was nice to see the full cycle from starting these projects, filling it up, and then now coming to basically a product that we created through this management process.
So they say that this should smell earthy. Let's give it a try. It actually does. Hey Mate, what is the excitement?
We are filling up the first bracket that we just emptied like 2 days ago.
With some fresh poop.
Woo!
Fresh buckets. Fresh brackets. And half a full bracket after 1 week.
Our poop palace is ready to be used for some more months. We can go back to Adrian. He will have a look at what the final location of the fridge box will be.
So here we have kind of a flat area in the bottom terrace. Big trailer is here and we have plenty of land. So also don't see the need to place both trailers really close to each other. Not fully sure about this one. Where I am now, it has good access because we were coming before from the path of base camp. I think it's actually the best location for the trailer here. There's a lot of mimosas around, which can make a bit tricky to install here the trailer, because on the long run, you can see here, they end up falling and there's quite danger that they fall on top of the trailer. So that's a bit the downside of this area now, but definitely could be a good one. Now I'm coming from the top of the middle land. There's base camp, basically 20 meters away from here. I see the trailer already. But there's also kind of a flat area around here, around the basin we found last year. But this basin still has some leaks, which makes there's water flowing all here. That's why all this mint is here. You can see also there, like there's traces that there's a lot of water here. It's flat, there are oaks, it's close to the granite ruin. But it's a bit too wet, I think, to be able to live around, unless we find a way to divert this water. In the end, we choose a place where we need to remove some mimosas. And as we needed a fast chop in action, we called some professionals to do all the cutting. It was quite smooth. So that was fast. We already cut down all the mimosas. Still a bit messy all around, so we need to clear all the floor in order to bring the trailer safely to its final location. But now we know that there's not gonna be mimosas falling on top of the trailer when we move it there. So to move the trailer and avoid the chimney to get stuck in the trees, we need to remove it. Luckily it's quite easy, just a few nuts, but important, otherwise we hit the chimney and then can break this part or who knows. So first I need to untie this. We have some neighbors today to help us to move the trailer to the final location. Still don't know how it's gonna go. We didn't move it yet. It has all the wood inside, all the framing. Let's see how it goes. We hope for the best. It's a bit bumpy, the road, but I think we can make it. They are now securing the tractor with the digger to not let it drag by the trailer down because they're going backwards. It's a bit sketchy. See how it goes.
Avere mai fondo.
So we brought the platform, we brought the trailer, but we have a little issue here. Now the ground in the back of the trailer is way higher than up in base camp. So we need to level it with the trailer now. Luckily, our legs were adjustable. So with that trick, probably we can already level it up to the height that we want. Put it down was not enough, so I think we need to take out the bottom part of the legs. I think it's the right height.
True. Okay, we can see them.
To finish the fridge box, we put the pipe of the fireplace back and flatten the soil around it a bit. Now it's ready for the next step. The only thing left is putting in some furniture and a couple of details. And that's it for this video. If you want to see the next update, it's already in Patreon, when you can find the videos in 4K with no ads and 1 week ahead. If not, you can follow us on YouTube and see you in the next update.